Hello,
Hey,
everyone,
everyone. Welcome.
to Launch with Kim and
Dr. New.
on 28 Days of Love. And this is the third day of those 28
Third day.
days.
I think I said four in the commercial, didn't
That's okay.
I?
He's trying to speed it up a little
Run
bit.
fast.
Yeah, I'm trying to have every one of my days, every one of them. Guys, how have you been? How's everyone doing? How's your family? We hope all is well and getting better.
Yeah. So welcome to our living room.
Welcome to our living room.
Yeah.
Hello, Lisha. I see my cousin Lisha is on.
Come on then, as you
Come
come
on in,
please
share, babe.
like and share and like and share. Doesn't matter which one you do first.
Just do them both.
Yeah, just get them done.
I know you guys were on last night, and I
Right
know
now.
you enjoyed last night because we did tremendously. We were on longer. Wait, we were like 15 minutes more than we normally are.
Yeah, we were.
We were so into that conversation. Newton, I love millennials. We love to talk to millennials. We love to hear what they have to say. They have so much
Yes.
information.
Yes.
They are marketers. They know how
Yes.
to set things up. They're
Mhm.
technology driven,
Yes, they
and
are.
we are just so impressed with them. So whenever we have a chance to talk with them, I think last year, 2 years ago or so,
Yeah,
we did a
series
whole
yeah.
series on millenniums. I'm thinking it probably lasted maybe 10 weeks. We enjoyed it so much. So anytime we have them on, we're going to talk.
Yep.
And Miss Bonilla was just amazing.
Yeah.
If you guys agree, please make sure you say something about her.
Right.
And I know some of you guys went out last night. My cousin Alicia, who's on, you went and actually got her book. So Newt's going to post it right now so we can just share her book with you, Poems in a Minor. And for those of you who don't know, that cover was made by her daughter. It literally is her daughter. Some scratch. You know how they say, what do they call it?
Yeah, just scribble paper,
Scribble paper and
notes, and that's what the cover is. Her
yes,
doodle page.
Her doodle page. Yes, that's what it's called. I thought it was just brilliant to use that.
Yeah.
And it was so many of the things that teenagers think.
Right.
So it was all of her daughter's thought. My cousin Lisha said she ordered it and can't wait to get it tomorrow. I know that's right, Lish. Yeah. We actually have it. So it's just pretty powerful. I love to see stuff like that. And anytime parents do things with their kids, it's so amazing.
So it's tremendously transparent, and it gets, you know how the teenagers' minds are roller coaster, it goes up and down. So it kind of addresses, some dark moments as well as some wonderfully, bright moments. So
absolutely,
I just thought it was a good thing. So we just wanted to promote it, to promote one another and the works that we're doing.
Yes, so, they're doing some great stuff. Go ahead, babe.
I was going to pull it down.
Yes, you can pull it down. We're moving on tonight. Tonight, we have the Freemans. And I just love it. I mean, I think what I like most about this time is that Newton and I, the Lord just kind of gave us different people. Yeah. We wanted a bird's eye view of families all over, different, that live different lives, that enjoy different activities. Jay used to be ice hockey dude, just a different world. And I just think that's impressive. That's impressive to me, so that's what we have going on tonight. We have the Freemans. You guys can see I'm super excited. I am. I'm so excited. I'm still going to share. Newt, you can say a little something before they get started because he's something special to you, I know.
So we just actually we pre-recorded this one, so because our schedules didn't sync up and we wanted to be able to feature what they had to say. So they were kind enough to pre-record. So it's actually my nephew. Yay. So I have one blood nephew. It's my nephew from my oldest sister and his wife, his second wife actually. So it's an interesting thing to see. The ones you remember when they were little and changing their diapers, to be grown and have kids and running the show. You remember yourself that age, but then when you see them, you're like, wow, I'm not that age anymore.
Yeah.
But anyway. That's another thing going on. So thank you guys for coming in. I see Alicia King. I see Ryda, Tori Dorm.
Hey, Tor.
Right. Ardell Bailey.
Hey,
how
Artie.
are you doing? Right. So we're going to, I don't know if you just want to kind of jump into it.
Yeah, it's like we said, it's pre-recorded, but we're going to stay here in the chat.
Right. We're going to stay in the chat. We're going to chat back and forth with you for it. But I think that you'll enjoy this one. So let me add it to the stream and let's get this one rolling.
Well, hello and
Hello,
welcome
everyone.
everyone. Welcome to Launch with Kim
And Dr. News.
and 28 Days of Love.
I got my note. I got my
sing
note
your
that
part
time.
this time.
Yeah, I got my note that time.
Okay, well, we're
Listen.
here. Welcome. Go ahead.
What day is it? I don't know what day it is, but it's the 28th.
Thursday. It's Thursday.
Okay, Thursday. So it's day 3, man.
Day 3
of the 28 Days of Love Challenge. And we've had some wonderful guests this week. We had Tavon Parker and his wife. We've had Annabelle Bonidia as
represented the singles.
Who's told us some wonderful things. If you haven't heard them, go back and watch the broadcast.
Yes. So you can go to our YouTube page as well. You can go to Launch 360
Ministries
TV.
It's on the it's on the challenge page on Facebook. And we have 2 YouTube channels, actually, the live that you can find it on or on Launch 360 TV.
Yes, and share.
Yes, share, like and share. Hey, you guys, today we don't want to belabor the point.
Yes.
We have 2 fantastic, wonderful, outstanding young folks. I mean, I have some personal grind into
a little
these
extra on that right there.
Personal love on these 2 right here. Listen, who've agreed to interview us.
Yeah.
And you can see family life going on in the background.
Which we love.
Baby and the dogs and all the kind of stuff going on.
Right. Real things that happen in marriages.
That's why we're doing 28 Days of Love.
Yes.
So these 2 folks, J and Layla Freeman are going to talk to us today about marriage. Answer a few questions about marriage.
Remember, our focus is all about the love languages. If you didn't get a chance to take your love language quiz, please go to the 28 Days of Love page. Take your love language. Oh, there's a pretty baby girl. Take your love language quiz and post it. We cannot wait to see. And if you've taken it before, compare your results from then to now.
Right.
So we've got a beautiful, another little add-in who came along.
Right.
Hello, this is the baby girl. She was the one who was having so much fun in the background, and we're not going to keep them up too late. We're going to go ahead and get started.
Right. You guys want to introduce yourselves and the baby?
Yes.
So I'm Jay Freeman. This is my wife Layla and our daughter Lily, who will be 1 on March 11th.
Wow, hi, Lily.
And she loves to touch stuff. So
loves to touch things. That's okay.
Well,
she's growing and learning.
I wonder if touch is going to be her language.
Her physical touch is going to be her love language. So can you guys tell us like how you met? We start with that.
You want to start or you want me to do it?
It doesn't matter.
I'll do it. So we met in college back in around 2009.
Okay.
We were working the summer paint crew that went around and painted the dorms, and I was her supervisor, and I told her what to do, which now she tells me what to do. So I guess it worked out. We met back in 2009. Worked together for a few years, fell out of touch, got back in touch around 2015, and the rest is history.
Wow. Yay. So were you guys attracted to each other back in 2009, or you had to keep it supervisor,
supervisory?
Yeah. I'll take this one. We were, but I decided to keep the supervisor. I didn't want to cross that line. Just even though we were students working at a minimum wage job, I didn't know any better. So I figured let's just keep this professional.
So just curious, I don't know, what ifs. So like if you could turn time back, would you have kept it professional or would you have just crossed that line?
I think we would have went out, dated a few for some time. The way I look back on it now is that I can't really no regrets with that because I wasn't the same person then. Right. So I don't know. That's what I have to constantly remind her of, that I wasn't the same person then, and neither was she. So I don't know where we would have ended up if that would have happened, and I'd much rather have this situation now.
Love it.
I love
love
that
it.
too.
Love
And I
it.
like that Layla said, she says she wasn't the same person
Yeah.
either.
You
So
can't-
maturity does a
Yes,
whole lot
does a
for
whole lot.
relationships.
You can't take the my oldest sister told me once, she said, listen, you can't take a cake out the oven and let it cool down and realize that it's not done and put it back in.
No, it won't bake
You
right.
can't it won't bake right.
Mhm.
So you want to leave that cake in the oven.
Mhm.
You know, pull it out, don't let it cool down, put it back in the oven real fast.
So Layla, my question to you is, what caught your attention, when you saw Jay?
Thanks. Well, when we first met, he was my boss, and he was happy. He's always a happy guy, always funny.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I liked his hair and I liked his smile.
I had hair back then.
He had dreads.
He had hair back then.
Mhm.
See, that's some of the things that changed. So maturity took that hair away, huh?
Yeah.
So the hair and the smile.
Yeah.
Did we cut you off? Was there anything else?
Oh, I said him always being happy and funny.
Okay.
He's a very positive person.
Wow. So has any of that changed, or is that still in play?
No, that's still in play.
Oh, that's so
yeah, that is good.
good.
That is
he still makes me happy even when I'm sad. So even when he's upset, he's still not even, he's a teddy bear.
Love it, love it, love it. So let's flip the script and let's ask Jay that same thing. So what put that twinkle in your eye when you saw Layla?
She seemed comfortable to me. I guess that it seemed like she wasn't trying too hard. Maybe it's because I saw her in a work setting, and we're painting rooms, so you're not dressed up or anything. But she seemed down to earth and just comfortable in her, just her body, and that's how she was just acting around, like just about life. So that's really, as long as you're comfortable, I'm kind of fine. You're not faking at that point.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's good.
That's
good.
really good.
So it was the realness, just the
Mhm.
realness about her. Okay.
I love that.
Okay. And has that changed at all?
No, she's still like tell her to try to be comfortable. She's worried about it. She should be wearing this or that. I just be comfortable. That's fine.
Yeah.
Be yourself.
Just as a word of wisdom, that the wearing this or that's not ever gonna go away, man.
That's what you're trying to tell on me.
I think that's just a woman thing. I'm not saying it misogynistically either. I think it's just
Something that they
Yeah.
we like to do. We
Okay.
like to look nice, but it's okay because we're beautiful inside and out.
Mhm.
So, another question I have is: Did you guys establish a mission for your family? For your marriage? Did you guys come up with a mission?
No, I think when I saw that, I think it was I guess the main mission is just to be happy and be successful in life in the ways that we are allowed to be, and not like don't try to we're not money hungry, money grabbing. Just be happy and successful in what we're given, what cards we're given, and just go with that.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I like that. I
Mhm.
like that. I like
Mhm.
that. So how do you guys work together
Yeah.
to keep that, I'm gonna call it synergy, moving forward, in your relationship at all times?
I have to
I
interrupt
see
because they're
one.
doing it right
I see
now.
one thing.
Tessie, baby,
Yeah, I was
Tessie,
seeing that.
Lily.
Yeah. So what do we do together?
No,
Yes.
just
How do you work together
work together.
to keep that synergy of the way you exist, everything just being okay,
Mhm.
moving forward?
Well, I try to remember when I'm having a bad day that he has bad days too.
Ooh.
That's good.
And I think a lot of people don't think about that. They only
Mhm.
kind of think about their own feelings, especially when
Yeah.
they're in the moment. So
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
I'm in the moment, I try to take myself out of it. I'm not the best at that, but I try.
That's okay. We all have our works in progress.
Right, especially and that if I'm having a hard time, I know that he could be having a hard time too. So
Right.
Yeah.
try and work as a team and be there and just know that we both want to be happy. We both want to. Yes, I know.
Taking care of
Yeah.
passing off the baby when we need to.
That's so good though.
So,
Relieve the
yeah.
other person's stress. I guess I was gonna say. I want him to be happy. I want him to be comfortable. So, and he does the same for me a lot too.
So
Okay.
being considerate and considering him as well as yourself. So positive.
Yes, it is. Yes,
Mhm.
it is. But one of the things that come up in marriage is, and I'll let you ask the question. I'm just going to
No, go
set
ahead.
it up. So a marriage is a marriage. So that means you have two different people brought up in two different households, have two different things that have influenced them all their life until they met you, right? Now you come together in one house and you go from being two people to one unit, right? That means that conflict is going to happen. There's going to be some times when things get rough, either from the outside in or inside out, right? So what are some of your go-to strategies? Like, what do you do?
Jay, let's ask Jay this one.
To deal with that conflict.
Main one is just talking and communication. If I got an issue, I have to present that issue, and I would like that she would present it to me in turn. But obviously, that comes with a lot of tone.
Yeah,
exactly. You can't scream it because it's not going to be heard the correct way. And sometimes it takes even with the kids, like they have to back off and calm down and then come back to the situation and talk about it. I have two boys from my previous marriage, so they're 9 and 11, so basically adults. And like even with them, sometimes I have to walk away, sometimes I make them walk away. And everyone has to calm down, come back, and just talk about whatever the issue is. And even with working with, like, obviously two separate households and how we do different things with, even coming down to leaving the butter out versus putting it in the fridge or something. It's all about keeping that communication open and being receptive to that communication and not pushing it off, because that's how things fail.
I love that. I love that. Being receptive to that communication. Because a lot of people talk about the communication happening. Everyone, when you ask that question, everyone wants to communicate. But you took it to the next level about awareness. I'm going to call it emotional intelligence, if you will. How the other person is feeling and how what's happening is making you feel, or you making them feel. That receptivity, that reception is key. So thank you for bringing that
and
up.
Actually Layla said it earlier when she says she understands if she's having a bad day, she also considers that he might be. So there's a lot of emotional intelligence happening in this marriage for sure.
Did you guys read that book, Emotional Intelligence?
Nope. No. Reading? What's that?
I love some book on emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
You don't have to read. Maybe I'll send you a copy, but you don't have to read it. You probably could write it.
Well, you're actually living it just based upon the conversation that you guys had, what you shared earlier, you know.
Right.
So let's talk a little bit about that love language. So for everybody who got a chance to take that love language quiz, you found out those things that really speak to you, those, whether it's physical touch or
I'm not sure if
words.
They got a chance because I contacted them late.
Well, maybe Jay and his wife did not get a chance to take it, but that's okay, because sometimes even if we don't take the test, we kind of know what things speak to us.
Right.
I know that I love, physical touch and quality time. Like, those are things that I love. And I don't know if you two got a chance to take the love language quiz, but you could say,
you did? Okay.
Yes.
All right. I was trying to cover my own backside because I contacted you late. So
I want to ask Layla when she comes back. That's okay. Or Jay, you can start. That love language that you would say represents. I know she's so cute. Is she teething?
Sorry. Yeah.
Oh. So she says, "No way, Jose." So what would that love language be that either of you guys could say that you have that's like that number one thing?
So before today, it was physical touch.
See how it changes?
Wow.
Yeah.
And so what is it now?
Acts of service.
That's interesting. And you know what? I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you mentioned before today, because it does change. And we had this conversation with Tavon Parker and his wife Tanique, how sometimes those love languages change.
Yes.
And some of our people who posted in there, How about you, Jay? Oh, go ahead.
Before Jay, you say that, but it's interesting to hear, Layla, when you were talking today, just about everything you said was about providing an act of service to Jay. So that's interesting. That's your point of awareness right now.
Yeah.
You know, so interesting. I don't know. What we gonna ask Jay?
No, I just want Jay to talk about
I'm just
his
being
love
scientific.
language.
That's
He's
all.
being scientific over here.
So I took mine. We took it before, and before mine was acts of service,
Wow.
and now it is quality time.
Okay.
So I think I changed her.
I changed you.
And you changed me. I think that's what happened.
So yours before was quality time?
Mine
yours
before was acts of service.
But I mean, Layla's. What was yours before?
What's it called?
I think your was quality time, and physical touch was kind of like neck and neck. So
Okay. So you guys actually
Flip.
flip-flop. Rubbed off on each other. Oh, that's a beautiful thing.
It is. Well, mine changed as well. And I don't know, Newt's,
I never took it.
he never took it before, but I always knew his three. I always knew what they would be. And they were kind of one shifted from the order that I thought it was. So I've taken mine before and it definitely changed.
Yeah. Wow. Interesting. So since you're aware of your love languages and you're aware of each other's love languages and you're actually experts on it because you've taken it before, what kind of things do you do to be bilingual? I mean, like she has a language, you have a language, so to understand those languages that makes you bilingual.
Love bilingual.
So what are you doing? I'm going to say to honor the language of each other.
So before, when hers was the other way around, I would try to make a mental note to, be, I guess, more present, like just be, around. Or if it's just, oh, here you go, just touch on the hand, like just, there you go, that's it. That's just just touch arms and shoulders and whatnot. Oh,
Right.
I want that. And I'm assuming for her, I don't want to speak for you, but I'm assuming since mine was acts of service, she just kind of made a more conscious effort to do more acts, feed the dogs, dishes, like nothing, you don't have to change the tires or, put oil in the car, but it was just little stuff around the house just to make everything a little bit easier. So going forward, since hers is acts of service, I would just continue to do what I'm doing by doing all the stuff in the house that I do.
He does a lot. He does a lot. Having a baby changed a lot of things.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure. So on your
Latest part.
Yeah, latest part, Jay is on target.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's we are very busy people. Got a lot going on.
Right.
So he's very helpful all the time and very considerate. And one thing I want to add to, because he says he treats me and talks to me with respect. So before, when I grew up, my family didn't talk like that.
Okay.
So that's something that definitely changed me and changed our relationship too. Just going into that, he's very respectful. He doesn't talk down to me or anything like that. When we do get into arguments, it's more of a conversation than a fight.
Right.
So that's very appreciated.
Love that.
That is awesome. Commend you on that.
Yeah, I do. Round of applause.
Round of applause on that one.
For that one, right? So what I'm hearing, let me just kind of summarize it, is that there's some intentionality. You are consciously aware of your husband or of your wife and kind of what makes them tick, and you are intentional in doing those things. It's okay for you. It's not a sacrifice, not a hurting sacrifice. It's something that's easy to do. It
is. Yeah. I just little things that I know he likes candy, so I try to buy him candy from out at the store. That's something simple.
I gotta get a root canal tomorrow, so
buy him candy. But no, if we go out or if I notice that like there's something around, he likes to build stuff a lot. So if I try to notice that he wants to go somewhere and go do something, I don't mind if he goes to the store. He goes out with his friend or something. It's hard for us to have like alone time with our friends or even with each other sometimes. So just different things to try to give to him. And I mean, now quality time, I'm gonna have to work on that one.
Love it.
But that quality time can happen even if the whole family is around, I mean, it may not always be independent,
Right.
but you can still meet that need,
Yes.
So yeah, you can definitely still meet that need, Layla. So I'm sure you're doing a good job. And I'm sure there's some other things that you'd like to do. So I'm going to be posting this week. Actually, the first one will start tomorrow. An idea that comes from my daughter-in-law, Drina, and I call it Drina's Dates. Some things that husbands and wives can do to even build that time and make it a little bit stronger.
Together at home.
Yeah, together at home.
Mm-hmm.
It might have to happen when baby goes to sleep, or she might have to just be right there, but it can happen still.
Yep. I know we did. We had family TV nights. I mean, it was, and when the whole family gets together, we all remember those movies and recite lines from the movies. I mean, it's just, you figure it out. You
just figure it out.
Just, we got one last question we want to kind of ask you, and kind of have you leave some advice for others out there that are married
or who have been married and in their second that's also good,
or who are contemplating marriage, so that they can get in the starting blocks and get a good start out. So the question that we have for you, I just kind of lay it out. So marriage is a journey. I said before, two different people come from two different places,
right?
Coming together, trying to synergize and make one, smooth unit. That's a journey in itself. And then over the years, we begin to mature or perfect, so we begin to walk more into exactly who we are. So you're growing together. It's a journey, and that's part of the excitement of that whole marriage relationship. So what kind of things do you purposely do for one another? You gave us some examples, but what kind of things do you purposely do to make sure that this journey is going to last forever?
I guess it's just, you want specific examples or just overall?
However you give it to us is how it's supposed to be.
It's listening and learning. It's paying attention and accepting the criticism, accepting the faults, and changing what needs to be changed, and growing when you need to grow, and even taking a step back when you need to do that. Like, I can't, if she wants to vent sometimes, I can't offer up my expert advice. I have to sit there and I gotta listen and go, oh man, that sucks, and then
wow,
that's it. And then it's listening, learning, growing, and being, again, receptive to all that yourself. You can't just dish it out. You gotta take it too.
Man, that's powerful. That's a jewel right here. So those of you that are listening to this, you just got some expert advice. We're going to get Jay's Cash App.
Listen, learn.
That was right there something you paid for. You just paid for it. So I don't know, Layla, do you have anything to add to that? What do you do to make sure that this journey is going to last forever?
Something that I like to do, I mean, what he said obviously is definitely good. But something else that I like to do, like as an example, is every now and then, if I feel out of touch or like there might be something going on, I just like to ask him, "Are you still happy?"
Ooh.
Oh wow, that's good.
And even though things get complicated in talking, sometimes we still talk about it, even if it's for a second. We got to come back to it at a different time. We'll still talk about it, and that's just something I always try to remind him that I'm thankful for him and I don't want to lose him. So I want to make sure that he's still happy. And if there's something bothering me, he reminds me too that I'm learning to do this. But instead of just saying, I'm fine, and being mad for days, don't hurt Daddy, being mad for days, just talk to him about it, because he's not a mind reader. And when there is an issue, I just kind of tell him nicely and respectfully, this hurt my feelings because XYZ. And then explain that I know it's not, certain things might not be his fault, or it could be just me being my crazy self, but just explain my own point. And then also just make sure he's very supportive. So I try to make sure that I'm being just as supportive.
Okay.
So I try to do that. And just make sure our family's happy.
Love it, love it, love it. I know I said one more question, but I just have to ask because of what you said. Words of affirmation. Where did that lie on your scale?
Me?
Yes.
I think I was almost tied with 3 different things.
Oh, wow.
So
Mama.
you know what these are?
She wants that chicken wing.
That's touch,
That's quality time.
time, and
That's words.
words. 16%.
So
Really?
that was 4th for her.
4th,
That was
yeah.
4.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
I think it was the same for me.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But I
Because
mean, he always gives me, so that's not something I've ever been used to. He tells me he's proud of me.
right, right.
He's always supported, like in every way.
It's
So,
low because you don't need it because I give it to you all the time.
yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
Wow.
He is right though.
That's good stuff. Hey, you guys, any advice for married folks or those who want to be married? Other than what you just said.
I mean, I would just stress that again. It's listening, learning from communication. That's the biggest thing. That's a 2-way street.
Yes, it is.
It will fail if you don't communicate. It will fail if you keep it in. It will fail if you dish it out and can't take it. So
I wouldn't say just dish it out though. It's the way that you present it.
that's true. Yeah,
You shouldn't be going in
it's
ready
not-
for a fight and I'm gonna win. I'm gonna talk to you however I want, and then you're gonna change.
Yes,
It's not gonna
Right.
happen.
you can't talk at somebody. You have to talk to them.
That's
Very
good.
good.
She said something real powerful. I'm going to win.
Right.
Can't go in with that
Yeah,
attitude.
we wrote about
Yes,
that a little
we
bit
did.
in our book
Yeah.
too, where we
You're
on
on,
baggage
the same,
claim.
you're on the same team. There's no way.
Yeah.
one's going to win.
Yeah, you both. I mean, if one wins, you both win.
Yeah,
If
one
one
loses,
loses,
you
you both
both
lose.
lose.
So,
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
the way it is.
Marvelous, marvelous,
I
marvelous.
know.
You guys, anything you want to say?
I just want to say thank you so much, and I also want to say to Layla, just be encouraged. You're doing a great
Yes.
job.
Yes.
You know, sometimes as women, we kind of feel like how much more we could do.
Yeah.
But it's just take a few moments to celebrate what you've done thus far. So I just want to encourage you that you are doing a great job already.
Right. I
Thank
heard a lot of
you.
similarities.
Uh-huh.
She was talking. I heard a
Yeah,
lot
I
of
can hear some similarities from you that remind me of myself and my younger self.
Uh-huh.
But you're doing a great job already. And yeah, you got your partner who's letting you know that he appreciates you.
So I'm just going to go ahead and say out loud to the cosmos, to the atmosphere, because we're spiritual beings. I'm not, being, godlike or anything, although I am.
No, not being churchy. We're being
churchy.
godlike.
So I'm just going to go ahead and speak to those things that are around you, that there's a purpose on your life, that there's things that you're going to accomplish financially, physically, with your family, people that you'll influence. And I'm just going to go ahead and say that I want at this point illumination and light to happen so that you guys can see your way more clearly. Because you have so much to offer. Just listening to you talk the wisdom, and you just scratch the surface. Of the things that you're doing. I'm going to say unconsciously competent. So I'm going to speak to the atmosphere right now that there's light that God will minister on behalf and reveal unto you the things that you're good at and how you can, I'm going to say, spread those seeds, not just to help others, but to acquire fields and reap harvest in your family. In your family. So that's what I'm thinking and I'm feeling and believing for you right now. Thank you for your time. Thank you for the time. It's short notice too. I really
appreciate you guys. I was like, J and Layla.
Yeah, thank you for having us and thinking of us, even though it was short notice. It's fine.
Thank you so much. We so appreciate you.
And Lily, thank you for showing. Thank you for the appearance.
Hi, Lily. Do you have anything to say? Lily, do you have anything to say?
She said, I see my
got
daddy.
her binky in.
Hey, you guys, thank you for tuning in. And you guys, everyone else out there, remember the challenge is still going on. It's day 4. This is we'll be on tomorrow, Friday. And then you'll have the weekend to do the challenge.
And don't forget, I'll be sharing some tips from Drina's tips for married couples. Have a great evening. And we want to thank Jay, and we want to thank Layla, and we want to thank Lily for joining us tonight. The Freemans, everybody, just continue to encourage your brothers and sisters, your neighbors, people who want to be married, and anyone else who is looking for some good, positive stuff. Share this website, share this launch.
Yeah, and you want to watch this episode again. There's some deep stuff in it. All right, you guys, have a great day.
Thank you too. Bye, Lily.
All right, everyone. We hope you enjoyed that.
Yes, we enjoyed watching it again.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Lisha.
I saw the chat moving along, you guys. Thank you. That's right. Speaking over your life. Thank you.
Over your family, J and Layla. That's beautiful.
That's how you do it. All right. So some nice tidbits came out. A lot about communication.
Yeah.
Some things about listening and being intentional in the communication. I like the way that he talked about tone.
Yeah.
The big one. So that's one I need to pay attention to. Tone,
because we get emotional.
Yeah. Before I know it, I'm like, why am I so loud? You know?
Like, what is the matter with me?
So some stuff is cultural, and you just have practiced that all your life. So you have to unlearn it and unpractice it.
Layla said something about that. If I can interrupt you, she said Jay speaks to her with respect.
Right.
She wasn't used to that growing up.
Right.
So she had to unlearn that, and Jay was her teacher.
Right.
How awesome is that?
Right. I mean, and maybe we'll get back in touch with them again. But even in that, you would think so. Someone wasn't used to someone speaking to them respectfully and admirably. And then when Jay did. That could have caused, you would think it would just be like, oh, but it could have caused some like, well, why are you talking to me like that? I mean, it could have had an adverse effect. So I missed that question. I should have asked her. So for us to find, but just, not being used to certain communication styles can cause a little rift because we have to, like Kim said, learn it. Learn to be able to respond to it. So thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. I wanted
to just say thanks, Ali, for coming in, Pastor Ali and Lish. I'm glad that your husband Daryl joined us today. You guys, God bless you and thank you.
Ali. He's
Al, but I always say Booker, my brother,
like ABC.
Booker, okay, AB Booker. Hi, brother. Thank you for joining and stopping by. My cousin Kipper asked how to take the challenge. You go on to 28 Days of Love, and then you click into, what is it called, honey? The guides, and it should be the second guide. And that's how you can take the challenge. I'm just curious to know what your love language is. So go ahead and share and post. Again, guys, just want to show you, again, the book for... Let's see. There we go. The book for our sister Annabelle Bonilla. I always say it wrong, but don't forget to log on to Amazon and get Poems in. Is it Poems in? How do you say it? I always mess it up, guys. I'm sorry. Okay. Poems in a Minor. I apologize. Make sure you get that book. All right. I think, let's see, that is the key. Respect is the transporter of all marital responses in conversations. That's so true. Thank you, Wubby. All right, I think we're pretty much finished. Newt, do you have anything else?
No, I don't have anything today. So just remember, go ahead and log into the challenge. Go through the guides. I'll update them. I know I'm behind because I had a couple other things happen at the same time. But we'll update those guides for you to get the replays in there and get some of the highlights from the replays for you. So we'll cut them up a little and have some little exercises and things you can do. So we will see you tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow you get you're stuck with us.
You get Kim in.
Yeah, so don't cut class.
He didn't sing.
Don't cut class.
Don't cut class.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't make me come down to the cafeteria and get you. No, I'm just kidding.
But we'll be here tomorrow. We're going to share some other tips from other people. Of some possible date nights. So it'll be lighthearted and fun. We'll see you tomorrow. God bless you guys. Right here on 28 Days of Love.